My name is Rosa Angel, SHIP Social Media Manager, and we are bringing you another episode of Magical Martes. Each week we've been highlighting topics, events that are happening at National Convention. So we've been giving you kind of mini info sessions. If you haven't seen the ones before, they are in our IGTV and also on YouTube, which the link is in our bio. This week we are covering the academic conference. If you don't know, the SHPE Convention is composed of 5 conferences, the academic conference being one of them, and it's composed of 5 unique tracks tailored to address the needs of its respective audience, as well as highlighting innovative teaching and learning. And this week, joining us from the academic conference, we have Dr. Dora Renaud, Rosa Morales, and Arash Sadeh. I am so sorry if I mispronounced you, but you can correct me once you join, and I am adding you now. So here, and looking for Dora. Hi, Rosa.
Hi, Rosa.
I didn't realize how funny that sounds until you said it.
We're talking to ourselves.
I'm so happy you can join us.
I'm happy to be here too.
Okay, there's Arash.
Hi.
And adding Dora. Let's see here. There she is.
Brianza Rosa squared.
It really is. There's 2 of us. Hi, Dora.
Hi, Laura.
So happy you guys can join us. So we'll get started. Everybody who's watching in the Instagram live, if you have any questions, please enter them in the chat. We'll be answering them as we go along. But we'll get started with community college. So Arash, and I apologize if I mispronounce your last name. I did Google it and see how we can pronounce it, but I forgot right when I went live. I'm sorry.
No worries. Close enough. My name is Ross yesterday. I am the community college co-chair for SHPE National. This year, I have 3 events. We'll have like a workshop, a panel, and our signature event, coffee and cookies, panel. So yeah, a little bit about me. I'm a electrical engineering senior at the University of Houston, and I currently work also for Lockheed Martin as a intern. Well, just accepted a full-time offer to join them on the fall once I graduate, and yeah, I'm a guidance, navigation, and control engineer. I will be next year. So yeah, that's for me right now.
Awesome. And Arash, you were in community college as well, correct? That's where you started your SHPE journey?
Yes, I am one of the founders of the SHPE HTC chapter, and I was second president.
So for our community college members who are thinking about attending a convention this year, what do you recommend, or what was your experience as a community college member attending convention and participating in the community college track, or the undergraduate workshops, or the career fair?
Well, I think the best piece of advice I have, not only for community college, but I guess for every member who's interested in attending the national convention, is going with a game plan. Like for now, we have like the map or show agenda. Well, we have like all the events and have like an idea of what you want to get out of the conference. For example, the national convention. It's always good to know what you want to get out of it. I would strongly suggest target like I guess company or roles you want to pursue, or workshops you're like interested in. Find like any topic like networking, leadership, any soft skills you want to develop, any technical skills you want to develop. Like have a game plan. And in my case, like I knew I wanted to target the company I'm wearing on my head right now. And actually, my first national convention is when I got like my internship and like I get a real job offer. And so if you have like a goal and you break it down into like attainable objectives, have a game plan, like, I'm pretty sure like the convention is a great place to achieve it.
Awesome. So, you're like a success story, like some of our members. That's so good to hear. Congratulations on your job offer as well. So Dora, for our undergraduates, so we start with community college, but you can also, as a member, attend the undergraduate workshops. And like Arash said, we have Map Your Show where all the workshops are listed, and you can filter by skills that you or what the presentations are going to be at. Dora, can you talk about what those workshops are for the undergraduates that are listed under?
Yeah, so we are so excited to have 23 of our industry partners that are able to come live in person to meet us in Orlando. And those companies include companies like General Motors, Johnson and Johnson, Chevron, Honeywell, Boeing, Rockwell, Amazon, Eaton, Cummins, just to name a few. The regulars that are have been supporting us forever. And then we also have 33 sessions that are on demand as well for the companies that were not able to travel.
Awesome. And for the virtual attendees, the on-demand library is available during the convention?
Yes, there's actually going to be a room where they'll be continuously playing if you want to go see them.
Perfect. And these workshops that the our sponsors that are putting on for the undergraduate members, they can find them on Map Your Show. Is there any specific workshop that you're excited about to see?
I'm super excited to have Dream US come back to support our students and you know that are going through DACA. So we have. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Sorry.
The dogs wanted to participate too.
So we have the Dreamers, Meaningful Careers with or without DACA. So they're coming to present along with an after or a meet and greet. We also have the salsa group, Orlando Salsa Congress, that are going to come and teach salsa courses as well. So I'm super excited about that one.
Yeah.
And then we have the all-time favorite, Fernando Rosario, is coming, and Gino Jaramillo, the purple squirrel, as well. Sorry about the dogs.
That's okay.
Oh, and then Mr. Universe will be coming as well, and he's going to talk about inner fitness. That is, the inner fitness is just as important as your outer fitness as well. And so he'll be talking about mindfulness, and so I'm super excited about those workshops as well.
Awesome. And Rosa, to include you in the conversation, can you talk about a little bit about the graduate workshops that you have are planning for our graduate members?
Yeah, of course. So we have a lot of programming that we're working really hard on right now. Our theme this year is Discover Your Magic with a Graduate Degree, kind of to go in theme with the overall convention. And so we have so all of our workshops are broken into 3 different tracks. And so one of them is called Preparing for Graduate School. So that would be for any undergrads or current professionals who are looking to go to grad school. And we cover information on, you know, how to get your grad degree funded, how to pick the best program for you, and how to be successful in applying to graduate school. We also have a second track called Road to Academia, and that's for all current graduate students who are looking to, you know, become faculty members or go into the academic world. And then the third track is called Graduate Careers, and there we cover what you can do with a master's.
You're back, yeah.
Okay, sorry about
that. That's okay.
So the third track called Graduate Careers, we cover what you can do with a master's or a PhD in you know, whatever your heart desires, whether it's industry, government, like national labs, startups, also consulting. So in that third track, we really look to provide information for current graduate students to really make their career what they want it to be. And we have other events like the Graduate Hospitality Suite, or it's called Advanced Degree Hospitality Suite. And there we have companies who are looking to hire exclusively students with a master's and or a PhD. So, you know, the graduate or the career fair is really expensive, and there's a lot of companies there, but not everybody is usually looking for a PhD or master's level hire. But in the hospitality suite, we really target those companies who are looking to hire, you know, us, the graduate students. And this year, I'm super excited because for the first time, we have a 3-minute thesis competition. So there's a monetary reward that comes with it. And we're hosting the competition in 2 phases. The first phase will, judge all of the submissions, and we'll pick the top 3. And the top 3 will then compete in person at the convention during the hospitality suite for one of 3 cash prizes. So if you're a top 3, you're already, you know, going to win money. It just depends if you $500 or $1,000. So I'm super excited for that. I think it's going to be a phenomenal way to showcase your research while also connecting with industry and academic partners and other graduate students. So we really want to make the hospitality suite, you know, a party, a place where we can all come and connect and, you know, do whatever graduate students do, which is complain about grad school. Yeah, and so on Friday, so all of our events take place on Thursday, and then on Friday we do have a graduate writing review room. So we pair either students applying for grad school or current graduate students like working on like faculty applications or grant applications. We pair them with a faculty member or an older grad student to give one-on-one feedback on their material. So yeah, and but we're really excited.
You have so much going on.
We have a lot going on.
That is awesome. I knew that all this was happening at convention. The grad track is a huge component of the academic conference, but when you list it out, bullet point, I was like, oh wow, there's a lot.
It's a lot. It's something for everyone. And so I think, you know, the grad track is very unique because as a current, like it applies to undergrads, professionals, and grad students, right? Like we look to give something for everyone. Like professionals, in the recent years, a big majority of our attendees are professionals who want to go back to get a master's or PhD, and they're like, what do I do? Like, who writes my letters of rec, etc. Right? So then
where do you get started?
Yeah, we have, you know, we've set this track in place to like, you know, be a resource to anybody looking to get an advanced degree. So yeah, we really do have a lot for anyone who is remotely interested in grad school. So we're super excited.
So for somebody in community college just fresh into university or higher education, would you still recommend they attend some of the graduate workshops so they can at least get a feel of if they want their path to go that way?
Definitely. So one thing, well, I mean, all of our workshops are phenomenal, but 2 of the workshops that I think are like the most important for you to even like get a sense of what you could do with a graduate degree are, one of them is called Building a Faculty Career. So in that one, we're going to have a representative from different universities. So we'll have somebody from a faculty at a community college, a faculty at a private research, a public research, a liberal arts school, to talk about what their job looks like, right? So for example, you could be a community college professor with just a master's degree. So that's a big option a lot of people don't really know about. So I think that workshop is going to do a really good job in just kind of showing you what a faculty career even looks like and how different it could be depending on where you're at. And then the other, we have 2 other workshops in the graduate careers track, which is 2 panels. One of them is called Propelling Your Career with a Master's Degree. So there, you know, we're looking to cover a bunch of people in different industries and for them to talk about what their graduate their master's degree has done for their career, right? So I think this is also a really good workshop to attend if you want to see like why get a master's degree, right? And then we have something super similar for PhDs. It's called like early career PhDs in industry, government, startups, and something like that. Basically that one, we'll talk, you know, early career PhDs, we'll talk about their day-to-day, their job, why they got a PhD, and like what their job now looks like, right? So I think those 3 panels are really phenomenal for you to even get an idea of what a graduate degree could do for you, and like why do it.
Awesome. Arash, are you excited about the graduate track? Are you going to attend any of those?
Absolutely, yes. A master's degree is in my like, I'm thinking about it, so I'm definitely like even like not in grad school. I'm considering in the future, and even like I would like strongly suggest even people that are like Rosa said, like you're not like even if you're not thinking about it, you might be convinced, you know, maybe get like a couple classes every like semester, take one class or something, and like as a way like to stay like up to date technically. So at least in STEM, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a big thing is like you don't know what you don't know, right? So like in kind of coming to these workshops and attending these panels, you slowly learn a lot of what you don't know. So then you know, you're better equipped to make a decision. And actually one of our panelists will be a friend of mine who's at Lockheed Martin, and Lockheed is paying for his graduate degree. So I know that, you know, Lockheed, Raytheon, like a lot of companies do this. But I mean, you still have to get into a graduate degree program. We can help you get in to a graduate degree program. And a lot of companies will pay for, especially a master's.
Awesome. Arash, I was looking on the website, and I believe you mentioned the cookies and coffee break. Can you tell us, is that just a networking event, or is it open to everybody?
Well, so, and same like for the community college track. So I guess like our mission is like to it's like to serve like especially like the community college students, but it could be like any like early career, like early you know, freshman, sophomore who's trying like to sharpen their networking skills. So first, like we have like our workshop is gonna be like our speaker. It's gonna be Arnold Morales. So he's like the founder of like Non-Traditional Success. It's like an academy for early career and early career in the sense of like students, right? Like freshmen, sophomore, even like juniors and seniors, but who have not like experienced yet the real world outside of the school. And so I guess as a non-traditional student, like most community college students, it'll be like a great perspective on a workshop on how to create like your own brand tools. So all events are open. Now, like you mentioned, the networking session is going to be like a cookies and coffee break. It's sponsored by General Motors, and it is open to everybody. However, it's not ticketed due to the pandemic restrictions and whatnot. So if you're interested in attending, like definitely like on registration, like RSVP, and then like you'll be able to attend. But it's open to everyone who's interested in getting to practice their networking skills.
Awesome. I want some cookies now. Dora, can you tell us a little bit more about the networking opportunities, if there are, for the undergraduates?
The networking opportunities. I don't have that information in front of me.
So I guess I would say kind of like the hospitality suites, I guess would be one. I know there was a community gatherings that was mentioned in the inclusion track, Magical Martes, right? And the community gatherings are actually open to everybody, but they are a select group of I guess I would say demographics. So if you're a veteran, you can go to this community gathering and meet other SHPE members that are veterans as well. That was one example that was given. I'm trying to think of other networking. We have Noche Encantada, which is our closing ceremony, which is probably going to be the biggest networking event we have, and everybody is welcome to that one. I know I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. We have the Star Award winners. I believe we're going to have networking sessions with the Star Award winners, kind of like come meet the Star Award winners and see how they got to where they are, and how they got to accomplish so much in STEM to be awarded. Does anybody have any questions for our 3 committee leads, Rosa or Dora?
Rosa, while you're pulling up those questions, the community gatherings are the veterans, the parents, caregivers, LGBTQ, and let's see, the shipability, the first generation to go to school, to go to college, and faculty is the other one.
Awesome. Thank you, Dora.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking, I don't think we have any questions. So excited for these watch. Thank you, Juliana, for joining. Juliana is also part of the graduate committee.
She is. I couldn't do it.
She is. Let's see. Can't wait to meet some of the most influential, high-performing, influential family members. Yes, we are all excited to be in person. I don't see any questions. Okay. Well, can you tell us, I guess I'll ask you, Rosa, you've been a member for a while, undergraduate, now you're a graduate. Can you tell us about your experience attending convention as an undergraduate and then as a graduate student? I'm sure it differed.
Yeah, definitely differed a lot. I think one thing that was mentioned earlier was to have a game plan. That is so important, especially as an undergraduate, especially as a first-time attendee. It's completely overwhelming. So having a game plan is really important, just so you kind of know where you want to be at all times. Otherwise, it's like the options are so many that you're like, I just don't want to be anywhere because there's too many options.
You just get overwhelmed.
Yeah. So as an undergrad, I felt like that was like super important. Also like maximizing my time because there are so many things to do at any time. And as an undergrad, I thought like prep before the convention was so important, right? Like making sure my resume was spot on, making sure that like my elevator pitch was like on point, because as undergrads, a big reason to go to the SHPE convention is for the career fair. So you need to make sure those recruiters aren't going to forget you the minute you walk away. So those kinds of things are super important. And now as a graduate student, it's much more about connecting with my familia, right? There's not a lot of brown people in higher education. And so when I go to a graduate convention or the graduate track at convention, I'm like hanging out with all the brown people I do know who are getting their masters and or PhDs. So it's for me a lot about connecting with, my friends, connecting with people who I know can relate exactly to the things I go through. And more than anything, a resource. I think as a graduate student, my experience is also a little bit different because I am like the chair for the grad track. So more than anything, I want to be a resource to, undergrads and other people looking to go to grad school, and for other grad students who are struggling or don't know exactly what's next. So it's a little different.
Thank you for sharing. We are so thankful for you and Arash for being our committee leads. You guys do a lot of great work. Dora, I was wondering if you knew how many concurring workshops I know there's 2 workshop slots per day, I believe. Do you know how many concurring workshops there are?
Let's see, about 60 concurring workshops.
So 60 or 16?
60 approximately. Yeah.
So how many are happening at the same time, like during the time slots?
We have, let's see. Actually, we have about 7 going on.
So I just
during
wanted to point that out to anybody who
7.
watches this, to definitely plan your time, because you will not be able to attend all 7 at the same time. On our website, onshipped.org/2021, you can see the agenda. We referred to it before as Map Your Show. That's what we call, that's the system that we use. But it is the agenda, and it is a very smart agenda where you can search, like we mentioned before, keywords, I guess. And all the workshops are listed, even the on-demand ones, correct, Dora?
Yes.
Okay, so all the workshops are listed, so you can essentially create your own agenda even before you get to convention. I know the graduate track has a curated agenda, I believe, that you guys.
We do, yeah. But even so, like, I would recommend planning for attending the track, because we have. Oh yeah, she printed it. we have. So our 3 tracks that I mentioned happen at the same time. So at any time in the grad track, there's 3 workshops going on. We have a total of 12. Yeah, Dora has those listed there. So you really have to plan which of the workshops you're going to attend, because at any point there's 3 of them. So
yeah, and
your plan.
The same probably with the community college track. Do you have concurrent workshops at the same time? Arash? I feel like everybody's getting phone calls right now.
So for the community college track, actually, we only have 3 sessions, and they're like spaced out. The only thing that they're happening at the same time than other tracks and other events.
Yeah.
So if you want to come by, just like we have like Thursday at 2:30 and Friday at 2:30. So Thursday and Friday about the same time. If you want to get coffee and cookies, it'll be like that mid-morning break, so from 9 to 10 a.m. on Saturday. So yeah, like we're happening at the same time as other events and other tracks, but like our sessions, like we only have like 3 sessions. They're like spaced out. So
awesome. So if you are attending convention, please go to our agenda, and you can even use the agenda, create a profile, and create your own plans for when you're on site. Select the workshops that you want to attend. Please note that some of these may be changing, because there's all kinds of things happening before convention. Even when we're on site, things are changing. So please be mindful of that when you're planning your agenda and your experience at convention, because even with the workshops happening, we also have the career fair. So you might be at the career fair when some of the workshops are happening, or you might want to be at a workshop and not at the career fair. So definitely plan, like they both said, that is the way to go. Plan your time at convention so you maximize the most out of it. It is definitely a huge event, and there's a lot going on, and you can definitely be overwhelmed, but we do not want you to feel that way. So we also are doing this info sessions for you to be ready and prepared before you even get there. Any final words, Dora, Rosa, or Arash, that you'd like to share for anybody who watches this?
I have something quick, since you brought it up. We do want to encourage anybody who's interested in grad school or in grad school currently to plan to attend the career fair on Friday. All of our workshops and all of our programming happens on Thursday. And like I said, we have the hospitality suite where you're one-on-one, like speaking to people who are, specifically hiring graduate degrees. So we would recommend for everybody to, spend Thursday with us, make those connections, talk to those faculty members who could potentially offer you, full funding for your degree, and then do the career fair on Friday. So that's what we're recommending.
Thank you for bringing that up. I've heard multiple times that the career fair should be your last resort, that you should be networking, going to the workshops, doing the hospitality suites, even on the open space, meeting people, networking, and then you're ready, doing your elevator speeches everywhere before the career fair. And then once you're at the career fair, you're ready. You probably already met some of the recruiters if you attended their session. You probably met somebody from like a faculty and they already know who you are, and they might select you or help you get an interview or move forward with your career. So definitely have heard that advice before, and I just wanted to share that for everybody else. Dora, anything you'd like to share?
I did forget to share about one other workshop. We do have Sandra LaPlante that's coming from Papaya Tutor, to share those courses, the tutoring that can happen for all those engineering courses that are so difficult, any of the science and math classes. So pop in there if you need any additional help and you want to learn more about it. But have fun, meet new friends, and I'm just so excited that we're going to be in person to celebrate our familia together.
And we're going to take those
looking
salsa
forward.
classes together.
Yes, absolutely.
Arash, anything from you to close us out?
Yeah, so actually two things, like you mentioned, like whenever you ask about networking opportunities, and you went over it as well, the whole convention is a networking opportunity. Like you said, in the lines to enter the events and registration, even in Orlando, like in the city, like sometimes go out for lunch or something, meet people like that are from SHPE, and you would recognize them because they might be wearing a suit, or like they'll have the lanyards as well. But yes, and regarding the community college track, I would encourage any current community college student, or anybody who is in community college or has recently transferred to a four-year university, or even if you're a freshman or sophomore and you're considering maybe changing majors, changing universities, or even just getting a head start in your career on networking and getting acclimated the new world in the university. Absolutely, please stop by, come say hi, and yeah, it'll be a great time for everyone at this convention.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you all. I think we'll close out. I haven't seen any questions come through, but you guys are awesome. This is great. As a reminder to everybody, if you haven't registered, register now. Convention is November 10th through the 14th. November 10th through the 14th, but there is a virtual career fair that is November 5th. So if you want to participate in all those and join us in Orlando, it's going to be a great time. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank
you.
Bye.